just Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
From the land of lemons, magic, and neighbors who still wave, it's Voices of the Valley. Join hosts Jim and John as they shine a spotlight on local businesses, city council news, community events, and all the colorful characters that make the Santa Clara River Valley feel like home. From Santa Paula to Fillmore and Peru, this is your hometown podcast, Voices of the Valley.
All right. Are we late?
Kind of.
Well, all right.
But you had business.
I was on the phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're cooking up some business.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out.
How did you think? Did I present myself well?
You were okay.
I was okay.
Yeah, you're a little pushy, but
Was I pushy?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you got your point across. For some reason, she loved you though. So I was like, "Geez."
Well, when people bring in other magicians, and all of a sudden you're forced to play with them, and they're not part of your group, it makes it hard. So
how does that work in general when somebody has an exclusive contract with a business and other people want to bring other things to it? How do you approach that?
So our agreement with the Glen Tavern is that we are exclusive in the restaurant, that we will not perform tableside magic at any other restaurant in Santa Paula.
Okay.
And as a result of that, we get the exclusive for magic. However, if it's an outside party coming in, they can bring in whoever they want.
Okay.
But if it's something that the Glen Tavern is putting on, then they have to go through us.
For anything that they do.
Magic wise.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, because there's some people that do that, and they're outright not allowing anything unless it runs through them specifically. And others have a kind of a
Well, being a venue like that, it's kind of hard to say, well, if you're going to bring in, if somebody's going to rent your venue, and they want to have a magician, it's kind of hard to lock them into us.
Yeah. But if they have that conversation with you ahead of time and let you know this is what their thoughts are, you can talk through what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about this one is that I've worked with this group before.
Mm.
So it's a clear, it's almost like they're starting all over again.
Mm.
When I first started working with them, I think I did 3 things because it was all real fresh and boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But then all of a sudden time elapses, and now they're starting the relationship over, but it's like, no, we kind of already have one.
Yeah.
And it
new people involved don't know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, it sounds like this one person is still in the organization that I originally worked with. So that will definitely help. And because I think she was pretty happy with me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought me back 2 other times.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, good.
The audience is going, what the hell are they talking about?
Talking about your future here.
Yes, we are. So speaking of which, I just wanted to bring up a little plug, I guess.
Sure.
So with the Glen Tavern, we are there every Friday and Saturday from 6:30 to 8:30 now instead of 6 to 8. So we're going a little bit later because more and more people are starting to dine later. It's actually slower at the 6 o'clock hour than it is as time progresses on.
Yeah.
Which if you're on any kind of a diet, that's a bad thing.
Unless you stay up till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
That's true.
You know,
That's
you
true.
have time to burn off here.
You
don't get a heavy meal and go to bed.
That is true. So there's an interesting dynamic that I'm starting to notice, and I don't think it's just with magic. I think it's with business in general.
Yeah.
That more and more people are focusing on the experience that people have when they do business with them than they are on the actual maybe service or product or whatever it is that they happen to sell. Perfect example is E&D Hat.
Mhm.
When you walk in there, they're trying to create an experience for you. You get a hat made, if you whatever it might be.
They have crazy bingo night. they
Yeah.
have line dancing. They have all these things.
Yeah. And so they're really trying to capture an experience that people realize. And what I'm starting to notice is that people remember feelings and emotions.
Mhm.
They don't remember necessarily activities.
Mhm.
So if you come in and they buy something from you, they may not have a clue as to what it is that they bought. So 6 months later, they're talking about something, and it's like, I don't know, I got some, but they're going to remember exactly how they felt
Exactly.
when they dealt with that business.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Magic is making that big shift as well, because it used to be that, let me show you a trick,
Mhm.
and here's a card trick, pick a card, whatever.
Mhm.
Now it's really kind of shifting into an emotional connection.
Yeah, there's more of a conversation, more of a
Yeah,
the trick is just to get you there, but it's that whole thing that you present
right.
that becomes the experience.
And one of the things that that I've noticed now, like when I was talking to this lady, I was explaining one of the experiences that I had,
Mhm.
and it's the one thing that I remember about the night, and it's not because of the trick that I did, it's because of the reaction and the emotions that this person had
Yeah,
when I did it.
that's what you remember.
Yeah. And it was basically they had a fortune teller,
Mhm.
psychic, whatever you want to call them, and there was a line in this VIP room that I was working, so I was entertaining the line, and
Mhm.
I happened to have, there was a round like bar table, stand-up bar table that was near me, and so I took that bar table and I was kind of working right there, so people would come up to the table
Mhm.
as they're waiting in line.
Yeah.
And this one woman who really seriously
Mhm.
was looking for love, and she wanted to hear from the psychic as to whether or not she was going to find it. But
Mhm.
what I ended up doing, and I didn't belittle her in the sense of saying, well, what are you going, it's a psychic, come on, if they were real they'd be winning the lottery,
Yeah.
not telling you whether or not you're going to find love,
Mhm.
right? And so I didn't kind of degrade or downgrade or whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
her, what she was about to experience. But what I did do is I said, why don't you give me a shot with your question? Let me see what I can do for you. And so I had her write the question down, and she put it into an envelope. And so I started looking at, I was looking at her and everything like that. And I said, you're looking for love. And she was like, yeah. And I said, but wait a minute. You don't want to just go on a date and you want a serious relationship.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah. And I said, in fact, you want to get married. And she's going, yeah. And I said, wait a minute, but this isn't your first marriage, and it's not your second marriage, it's your third marriage. And then I got down on my knee and I said, will you marry me? And she was just like, oh my God, how did you know? And the reaction that
Wow.
she had. And I think for a split second, she might have thought I was actually asking her to marry her. I don't know. But it was just so priceless,
Mhm.
the reaction that she had to that trick, that it just stuck with me. And that was 4 years ago. And that whole experience
Mhm.
is, I can see it like it happened yesterday because it was so impactful.
How often does that happen with people? You remember something that happened years ago because you had such a great experience, but you can't remember certain things that happened recently.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I think that's everybody's turning into having those kind of experiences now. Business has shifted that way, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to I mean, example, go to a Major League Baseball game. You go to a Dodger Stadium, it's an experience. The
Right.
game is just the game, but it's the experience you get when you go there. They have so much going on. Any sporting event is that way,
Right.
you know. You've seen businesses. You talked about E&D. You talked about the Glen Tavern. You look at the museums. You look at all the stuff we have out here, the parks. And they create this experience. That's what you remember.
Right.
You know, people keep trying to dump money and doing all these things and thinking they know it. Just create an experience for them. You
Right.
know, I mean, when they leave, they got to feel really good about themselves because money's tight right now. People are going to select what they do and they're going to select that experience.
Right.
You know, they don't have that discretionary income anymore.
And it's
Yeah.
those types of experiences that they'll talk about,
Yes.
which they're going to go to their friends, they're going to go to their family, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe this. This thing was amazing.
Yeah.
You got to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's so now with the Glen Tavern, like I was saying, that we're there Friday and Saturday, we actually get families that are coming in
Mm-hmm.
because they heard about the magic.
Yeah.
And so now, a perfect example, I was working it on Saturday. And I had actually finished my set, which it's a 2-hour set. I finished it. And one of the waiters comes up to me and he's like, hey, Jim, there's a couple that came in
Mm-hmm.
and they came in specifically because they heard there was magic and they just absolutely love magic. I know you're done, but would you go over and at least do something for them?
Yeah.
And I did. And I ended up spending a half hour with them because they were just so into it and
But they'll
so
remember that forever.
appreciative. And yeah. And they're going to go back and they're going to tell people, and those people are going to come into the Glen Tavern. And so it's really starting to take hold that, oh my gosh. Now, there are still a lot of people that we have these cards on the table that say, essentially, bring on the magic, or this table is enjoying quiet conversation. So leave us alone, basically.
Yeah.
And we still have people that have that set to,
Mm-hmm.
or leave us alone.
Yeah.
And oftentimes what will happen is if it's not that busy, we'll still approach the table, but we won't approach them to do magic. We'll just approach and say, hey, so how was your meal? Where did you guys enjoy it? Are you celebrating anything? You hear what brings you to the tavern? And they'll start to talk a little bit and loosen up. And then you're like, I'm a magician. I know you said but you're done with your meal in it. Would you like to see a trick? And some people are like, I'm not really into magic. It's like, well, let me do one. And if you still feel that way, then I'll go on my way.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you do that one and they're like, oh, holy crap. Can you show me something else?
Yeah.
And they come in not wanting, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be, because there's still so many people that think magic, they think of magic as the clown coming to the kid's birthday party, or
Kind of corny,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sideshow parlor tricks,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and like I had said off air, there are people that hate being fooled.
Yeah.
And magic makes them feel stupid, whatever it might be. But then when they actually experience the way we perform, it's more sophisticated.
Yeah.
It's not about making you feel stupid. It's not even about fooling you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I perform, and Josh is the same way, we almost react or respond to the magic the same way they do, in the sense that, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
I have one trick that I do where I make a prediction. I have somebody pick a number between 1 and 52.
Mm-hmm.
I have somebody else pick a number. So if they pick an even number, the other person picks an odd number. I have somebody else name a card. And then I write down a prediction and I hand it to each person. So they each have their own prediction. And I say, now, for the first time, I want you to tell me what number you picked, because I can't change anything. You have the predictions in your hand. And so they tell me the number, and I go to that with the deck of cards. And because the cards have numbers on the back. And so I find their card and I put it down. And then I ask the next person what their number was, and I find the number and I put that down. And then I ask the person what the card is, and I turn that over and I show them the card and turn that down. And I say, now for the first time, what's your prediction? And they open it up and it's a card. So it's not a number, it's a card.
Mhm.
But when you lift up the card, the card that has that number, it's the card that I predicted. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so then they do the second one, and I go, is it possible that 17 is actually the 10 of spades? And I pick it up and it's the 10 of spades. And then on the last one, they have a card. It's like the king of diamonds, whatever. And I said, what did I predict? And they go 26. And I go, I don't know about you, but if that card has 26 on it, I'm going to freak out. And I pick it up and it's 26. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So the magic, if it's done right, is happening. It's happening together as a group. You're experiencing it together. It's not me trying to make you look dumb or fool you.
Yeah.
So
kind of like you amaze yourself that you got the trick right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, wow.
And it makes them feel good.
Well, they're
like,
it's like the magic happened
to
me as well, that it was like, wow, I just experienced it too. Holy crap. It's there was a famous magician that used to talk about subtleties in magic. And I think this, is true in a lot of businesses. The way you can say things or the way you ask or inquire or whatever it might be, simple little things can either say you're an idiot or you're smart, but so there's a trick with sponge balls. And you take a ball and you hand somebody else the ball and you say, now how many balls should be in your hand? And they say 1, and they open it and you go, no, 2. And so this guy was like, you might as well just say, no, dummy, there's 2. The question should be is how many balls should be in your hand?
Yeah.
So when they say 1, you're correct, but there's 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's those little things that can make somebody either feel like they're an idiot and that's the difference between you feeling dumb and so if I go up and I say, what coins should be under my hand? If I say what coins are under my hands, and they go the silver coin, and I go, no, it's the silver and the copper. It's almost like saying you're wrong.
Yeah, you're dummy. It's
not
right.
Yeah. But if you say what should be under my hand, and they say the silver coin, and you go, you're right, but it's a 2-coin trick. And so it's those kinds of things. And I think that's true in business as well, is that a lot of times the way you phrase something or you ask something is the difference between making somebody feel like they're an idiot or that they're right, they're smart, but
how many times have you walked into a store or someplace and felt that way when you left? Because they just make you, the way they treat you, the way they say things, and it's just.
Or you have an opinion about something, and it's like, well, that was the wrong opinion to have.
Yeah. I mean, they're not friendly. They don't greet you. They don't make you feel comfortable. It's like if you're bothering them sometimes,
right?
And it's like you're there to spend money, possibly, and if they don't want it, then fine, move elsewhere. Yeah.
Well, and Walmart.
Yeah.
All right, we all know what it is like shopping at Walmart, but the one thing Walmart has always done is had somebody there to welcome you when you come into the store. It's like, wow, thanks for coming into Walmart. We're so glad to see you.
You're starting to see that more.
Yeah.
In other places. I know I was in Trader Joe's in Ventura, I think it was a few weeks back. And you walk in, there's somebody at the door greeting you. And if you need a basket, they grab you a basket.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. And they make sure that everything's clear. People bring basket back, they put them back, and everything, but they're greeting you.
Right.
Know? A lot of stores you go into, they greet you, even if they're not at the door, but you hear them greet you in general.
So we have Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
In the Vaughn's Plaza over here. Yeah. Every time you walk into that store, the cash registers or the cashiers will always say, hey, welcome to Ace. Let us know if you need anything.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody there as you're walking through the aisles that's going, can I help you find anything? Almost to an obnoxious part where it's like, leave me alone. I want to shop.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But they're there
Yeah.
and they're, they want to help you.
I know I've walked in there and they've had a line of people and there's one cashier and they still say welcome.
Yeah.
And it's in their head that's what they do every time they see somebody go near that door.
Yep. Door opens up, you greet them and let them know that you're grateful that they're
you
shopping
feel
here.
good about shopping there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's annoying when they're trying to, everywhere you turn, hey, can I help you? Can I help you?
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it, but it's like, yeah, let me at least get through the first aisle before 3 people ask me, so.
Right, exactly.
But I wish more people would do that are in, that would train their employees, because man, there's some just horrible customer service out there.
Right. How many stores do you walk into where it's like,
Mhm.
hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's in every community. I mean, here in town, there's a lot of places here that are not very friendly. You walk in there and it's just like, so why did I even come in here?
Right.
And there's some that are fantastic, but it's just like, but every community has that,
Well, and the thing is that, like, for example, Lily Fields and Santa Paula Trading and the toy store, all of those stores you walk in, and as soon as you walk through that door, it's like, hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they really make a serious attempt to get to know you, so that the next time you come in, it's like, oh, Jim, hey, how's it going? So glad you came back, and let me know if there's anything you need.
Yeah.
And if they can remember your name, that's like cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because now that I'm working in Moore Park, I've been there 4 months in my role now, almost 5 months. And now when I walk into places, people recognize me and they're actually calling me my name. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm starting to get to know people, Yep. And I was at the college for an event last week, and several people came up to me and said hi, and they, and they're just calling me by my first name because they remember me from several events. We just had our state of the city last week, so they remember me from other things. And I'm just like, okay, I don't remember your name. Yeah, I'm still learning it, but I mean, they all remembered me. So yeah, it's cool to see that people, there's a lot of good people out there still.
Yeah,
that are open and courteous.
Well, and I think a lot of businesses are starting to learn that in order to survive, you have to stand out.
Yeah.
And the only way to really stand out is by the service that you provide.
Be friendly, be nice, be welcoming. People will spend money if you're created that environment, So like I said, they have a limited amount of money. They're going to spend it in certain places only. And
people will drive the extra 5 miles.
I do.
If they know they're going to have a really positive experience.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
We were gone out of town, and there was certain places that we always go to because I just love the service. So we'll drive a little bit out of the way because I know that's a cool place to go.
Right.
And they treat you right.
Right.
Even if you're a visitor, they treat you like your family. So,
before we wrap things up, we still have a few more minutes to go, but I do want to talk about Rancho Camulos. I struggle with that so much.
It's because you're not Latino.
Yeah.
A little too light there.
I'm French.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So you'll get it though.
I know.
You've lived out here enough now to know.
RCM.
Yeah.
But they have an event coming up on Friday, April 17th. I think we announced last week that Katie was going to be on the show, and unfortunately something came up. But April 17th from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and that is on a Friday. They are having the California Fiesta de Rancho Camulos.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
Yeah.
And so let me just read their blurb. Experience a unique opportunity to step into an authentic, historic Mexican ranch. Is it rancho?
Rancho.
Okay. Where the history, myth, and romance of early California still lingers. Your afternoon at Rancho Camulas National Historic Landmark will feature a screening of Katie Ryan's latest historical documentary, Ghosts of California, and a Western music performance by Placerita, Canyon Singers, and Kelly's Lot.
Got Kelly's Lot nailed.
Hmm?
You did Kelly's Lot.
I know. I got that one down. Ghosts of California, Katie Ryan's newest documentary, uncovers the untold history of early California through powerful stories and expert voices. The film explores the gold rush, overlooked figures like Rosa May, the legacy of
Vaqueros.
Thank you, and pivotal events like the St. Francis Dam disaster, bringing the past to life with honesty and heart. So
they've got some good events there. They really put some good ones on.
Yeah.
You know, and they're preserving the history of that facility and what goes on. So
that was part of the Ramona story.
Yeah.
And I believe they actually did the filming.
Every year they show it.
Oh, really?
I forgot what month they do, but they usually every year they do something in honor of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a documentary done about that story, and we're hoping that it will be in the film festival, the Santa Paula Film Festival.
Yeah.
But
hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, Rancho Camulas is a cool place. It's been a while since I've been there, but yeah, and I know they fixed it up. It looks really good. I passed by it the other day, and it looks like they've done a lot of good work there.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, if you want to learn more about it, you can go to Ghosts of California, GHOSTS, so plural of California.com. And the event is $20, and tickets are available on cowboyfestival.org.
It's a bargain for what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to work on your pronunciations a little bit. We got to work on that.
All right. Which one did I butcher on this one?
It's Camulos, and you said
Camulos.
with that O you got at the end. You got to pronounce that.
Los.
Yeah. Camulos.
Camulos.
Yes. And Vaqueros.
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 I can't roll R's. I really can't.
And Vaqueros are cowboys. You know?
Are they?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Vaqueros.
All right.
Cowboys.
Well,
yeah.
All right. There you go. Which is why you're going to the cowboyfestival.org.
There you go.
For your tickets.
Exactly. So we'll get you there.
Yeah.
You'll start
working. I would fail Spanish because I can't roll R's, and they would never let me graduate until I roll a first R, and I would never be able to do it.
You don't necessarily have to roll your R's. I mean, it helps, but I mean, you can still pronounce them.
Really?
Yeah, you can. You know, and they give you credit because, you know.
Remember this whole thing about feeling dumb?
Yeah.
I feel like a dummy that I can't roll my R's. It makes me feel.
I'm not very good at it. I don't speak it regularly, but I mean, I'm better at it better than you.
Yeah,
so, but yeah, it's I struggle with it too. I really do.
All right, but I am French.
Okay.
You have Latino in you.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to hang out more of the Latinos.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that I have an excuse. You do not.
That's not an excuse because I know some people that are about as white as can be, and they speak perfect Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
my son is absolutely amazing at speaking, and he can sing in Spanish.
Yeah.
So he doesn't speak it. He understands a little bit of it. But man, he can pronounce the words, and sometimes better than a Hispanic. I mean, it's like, yeah.
So if you're French, then you should be able to speak French, right?
Oui.
Can you speak it? That's it.
Parlez-vous français?
Man, I mean, I know you struggle with English, but Jesus, come on.
It's because I have Coke.
What do you have Coke today?
I have no Dr. Pepper. I ran out of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's why you're off a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dr. Pepper, you would have rolled those R's, no problem.
I know.
Oh, okay. We'll work on that. We'll help you out there.
Okay. Last thing. The Best of Heritage Valley for 2026. It includes Santa Paula, Fillmore, and Piru. You can go online and you can vote for your favorite local business. You can also nominate. So the nomination periods are from March 24th to April 22nd. Voting has already begun. It's from the 1st to the 30th, and the winner will be announced on May 14th.
Yeah, that's the Chamber Awards.
Yes.
Or
And
no, the Chamber Awards are later in the month, but that's when they're going to announce the winners, I guess.
yeah, and then they'll present the awards at the chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to say, you used to have me on that bottom list.
Yeah. What happened?
I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but
The times are changing.
I used to be there,
I know.
and I'm not there no more.
You're not getting the love you should be getting. I know a lot of people are missing out of some of that. So, like they got to get them back. So,
Yeah.
what are you nominated for, by the way?
What am I nominated for? I'm not nominated for anything other than the
Really?
fact that I'm listed under the nonprofit. And well, me personally, I'm not nominated. Nobody cares about me personally.
Best magician?
They should have that category. I tried to get that category,
Yeah.
actually. I tried to get the category of best magic shop, and they were like, yeah, no.
Well, I'd push back because they also said like best place to sell toys. Well, there's only limited places, or best of this, so open it up. I mean, when I was there, we had 54 categories.
Oh, really?
Open it up to 100 categories. Let's get the magician in there. Come on. Let's get the magic shop and the magician on there. Okay.
All right.
Because there's more than one magician. You'd be going up against your son,
That's true.
best magician.
That's true.
So
The one thing I'm noticing on this card is they do not have a web address.
I'm assuming, well, yeah, they changed it too, I think. But if you go to the Chamber of Commerce website, it should have a link to it. But
Yeah,
there is a separate site for it, though.
Yeah, let me scan that QR code. Oh, okay, so easy enough. bestofhv.com.
Yeah.
So best of Heritage Valley, bestofhv.com.
Mhm.
Check it out. I got to redo the video in order to how to navigate it and whatnot, but they do have, so they have best nonprofit, best oil change place. How many of those are there in Santa Paula?
The handful of them.
There are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there best former executive director
Yeah.
category?
Best photographer, videographer.
Yeah, there's a couple categories where it's kind of exclusive, I think. We ran into that last year. We were trying to figure out, we'd love to have this category, but there wasn't enough of them.
Well, there's
Yeah.
For best photographer and videographer is Melgar Photos and the House of Magic Foundation.
Oh man, you got some tough competition there.
Yeah,
Oh, you better start campaigning.
I better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get to the categories like best margarita. Well, there's going to be a bunch of people there, and certain types of best burger, best fried. Those are food categories. You got numerous people. Always those are always strong categories.
Yeah.
It's like best place to buy a car. Well, we have two, Bunnin of Santa Paula and Bunnin of Fillmore. And then
But aren't there some like used car
there's a couple of
places?
used car places off site places, but yeah. So I that's a struggle. I know we struggled when we first formed that last year for the first time. I mean, this is year 2 of it, and you just want to please everybody. You try. I know we took all the chamber members and try to figure out what bucket they fit in.
Well, then there's best live entertainment. Right now is Fermentation House, Santa Paula Theater Center, and the House of Magic.
Yeah.
So could I
You should nominate
announce that?
Glen Tavern.
I know, but can I announce hey, we came in second for best photographer and videographer.
You could create your own banner and stuff too.
Yeah, we came in second.
Yeah.
Because there were only 2.
Hey, you could have come in third and there was only 2. So
Yeah.
So no, I'm glad they're doing it again. I know they changed it from last year, the name, because last it was best Santa Clara River Valley. So now they're doing this. So it's good to see they're going to continue it, and so hopefully people are voting and stuff. So
Yeah. And so it started April 1st. So we are halfway through, which means that I better get busy because.
Well, you have an opportunity next week to really push it, right? We have something coming up next week, right?
We do?
Aren't you having a mixer?
Oh yeah.
See, that's why you're not getting votes. See what I mean? I spoon fed that to you.
Gee whiz.
No,
So
oh my God.
Thursday we have a mixer coming at the House of Magic next Thursday. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have a computer there for everybody to vote.
You are not going to get votes. Wow. I just handed that to you on a platter.
Oh my gosh, you did.
Drop
You
the
did.
ball. So the mixer. So you have something special coming up from?
So we got a shout out from somebody on the beach in Hawaii.
Nice.
So
Thank you.
can't wait to see the whole show. Great.
So yeah.
What the heck are you doing listening and watching this when you're in Hawaii?
What else would they do? In
Oh my
Hawaii?
gosh.
Come on now.
All right. So don't forget to vote. And remember the House of Magic and White Rabbit. We're in several of the categories. So vote for me and I'll push it during the mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I might attend it.
You should.
I know. I'm here to support you.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Mhm.
Stay safe. Don't forget to vote. Heritage Valley HV. Or the best of HV.com. Check it out. And if you want to get nominated, you still have till the 22nd of the month. So we still have a few days.
Yep.
We'll see y'all next week.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.